नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Pranamam to all blessed souls. In the last session, we were trying to understand the meaning of mantra 6, where it has been mentioned that a person who sees himself in all things and all beings in himself, such a person doesn't hate anybody, doesn't shrink away from anything. In mantra 7 also, the same idea is mentioned, the same idea is given. The same idea is here reinforced, and also it is mentioned what really happens to a person who has this kind of a unified vision. Mantra 7 goes like this: Yasmin sarvani bhudani atmaivabhut vijanada tatra ko moha ka shoka ekatvam anupashyata. Yasmin sarvani bhudani atmaivabhut vijanada, to which knower all things are within himself, all things have become the self in himself. When a knower sees that all these things which have become are self itself, self itself has become all these things. Either way, when he feels that, when he understands that all the things around him, all that he sees are he himself, he sees all these things within himself as his own self. That is one meaning. The second is when he understands that it is he himself who has become all these things. Self doesn't become, self has always been there. All these things that we see around have become like this, to cease to become at one point of time, but his own self, which doesn't become anything, which has not become anything, which doesn't for that reason also cease to be anything, that self is there everywhere, that has become all this. And all these things have actually become himself. He sees within himself all these things, either way. And this is the state of a knower. When that happens, where is the question of moha? Tatra ko moha. Where is the question of moha? This is a question, but then that question only asserts the fact that he doesn't have any reason to be under any delusion. Delusion happens when there is the sense of two. There are many things around which are different from me. When people see anything as different from him, then only the question of delusion comes. For a person, ekatvam anupashyata, a person who sees unity, the existence, that existence is one. For a person who perceives oneness in existence, where is the question of moha? Where is the question of delusion? Ka shoka. Where is the room for grief? Where is grief? where is sorrow? Where is misery? Delusion, sorrow, misery, all this would arise when one sees things as different from himself. When there is total sense of oneness, there is no question of entertaining any of these things, because these objective feelings have no place. For a person who has transcended the norm, the names and forms which really make the distinction, when a person has transcended that, then where is the question of fear also? Dvidiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Fear occurs when there is duality. When there is only oneness, there is no room for fear, no room for shoka, misery, sorrow, grief. There is no room for moha, delusion. And this is for a person who sees everything as himself and he himself as everything continuously, anupashyata. This is the continuous vision, and he has received this vision not as a matter of fancy. He has arrived at it after contemplating over what he has heard from gurus, what he has learned from shastras. So on that firm basis, when he places himself, when he establishes himself on that firm basis, then there is no need for, there is no room for delusion or fear or sorrow. In the sixth stanza mantra, we have come across an expression, na vijugupsade, vijugupsade. Sri Shankara Bhagavad Pada had given the meaning grinam na karodi. He doesn't hate anyone. Doesn't hate. And Sri Aurobindo Ghosh said such a person doesn't shrink away from anything. The word vijugupsade has the meaning hate. It has also the meaning protect. Such a person doesn't protect. If we take that meaning also, and that meaning is very in the seventh mantra. A person doesn't protect. A person doesn't have to protect whom? Himself. A person doesn't have to protect himself from what? From delusion, from misery, from grief. He doesn't have to, because there is no scope for that. There is no place for that. Thus, the other meaning, which has not been mentioned either by Sri Shankara Bhagavad Pada or Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, the other meaning that a person, such a person doesn't protect, would acquire significance in the seventh mantra when shoka and moha and the freedom from shoka and moha are mentioned. That word protect also acquires a hidden meaning in the seventh mantra. By and large, in the sixth and seventh mantra, the same idea has been mentioned. The same state of a person who is established in self through his self-abidance. What is the state to which he has come to? That has been mentioned in both the mantras. In mantras 6 and 7. Pranamam to all blessed souls. Hari Om.